Welcome back, ladies and gents. This is the Star Wars Rebel Aftershow. I am your host, Roger, and none other than the creator of Stoner Man himself, Homer.
What's going on, everyone? Digging into my inner chakra to talk Star Wars, my favorite thing in the world.
Because especially when you have episodes like this that pretty much disrupt the Star Wars flow, per se, as to what Season 2 is supposed to be, which is Episode 12, Legends of the Lasat, that we're talking about in Season 2. We just got caught up on that Star Wars episode, and I was gonna, just like I said, we're still on the hype train from what we saw in Episode 2, second half preview trailer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're ready for the Inquisitors, we're ready for the Sith Lord temples,
the Holocron, the Darth Maul, and stuff
Darth
like that.
Vader.
And we're not even like at the beginning of that arc or whatever it is.
Yeah,
like
I feel like this was kind of filler, but I still feel like it's gonna come into play later.
No, I mean, it all depends on how many Lasat that Zeb and the crew interact with and stuff like that.
I just think like Zeb being like this old like commander is just gonna come in to play later, and his weapon.
Maybe he plays a maybe he later on the Rebel Alliance he gets a prominent role like commander or captain again except it's the Rebels. He'd be like the face of the Lasat people and stuff like that. Okay, that'd be a cool redeeming quality, because we get more into Zeb's background. That
was
mostly
my favorite part of the whole episode, getting into Zeb's story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we were told in Season 1, and Zeb basically is like one of the last of his people, if not the last of his people, and that Agent Cal's apparently was there at the sack of the Lasat world and stuff like that.
And Zeb gets into how he like failed his people because he was commander at that time,
or he was a captain of the honor guard, and who was supposed to protect the monarchy, basically, and that he was there to basically the Lasat's last breath, basically when he was defending the palace itself, that an explosion happened. Apparently he was knocked out unconscious, and Kaden pretty much rescued him.
Yeah, because he was just like homeless and depressed. But yeah, like you're saying, Kanan came into the rescue. So
that was pretty cool. That was because you pretty much meet a few of Zeb's people throughout this episode, which is basically another honor guard person and some shaman wise woman that apparently is tripping balls on something.
Yeah, throughout this whole episode.
Like, basically her and this guy that used to be a warrior like Zeb are basically like pacifists now. Basically a lot of his people are.
Yeah,
and
like Zeb wants them to be the warriors they used to be.
Yeah, and they're just going through these like hokey, like, well, I wouldn't say hokey, but these like really weird rituals that Zeb doesn't.
I found them funny.
You know, I found them pretty freaking hilarious. I was actually surprised at how much Ezra was willing to play along with it.
He was trying it out.
But Ezra did mention something that like their religion is very similar to the Force, and Kanan was basically saying like that we have many names, like, and stuff like that. It kind of gives you perspective as the different religions that we have, how many of them lead to like an almighty being or God, like especially in the ones like Islam, Judaism, and Christianity.
I wonder if that wise woman was Force sensitive at all.
Yeah, she could be. You know,
it was
a lot of people don't know that they are Force sensitive growing up, and the Jedi never pick up on all the kids or all the Force sensitive people.
Especially maybe Yoda couldn't detect her because now she's like getting into the end of the episode, like
inside
a black hole.
You know, no, I was gonna say even people that are Force sensitive that have no training, they probably aren't even a threat. They would just be really charismatic, awesome people that achieve a lot of things. Yeah, people that usually achieve a lot in their society. Palpatine, before he was picked up by Plagueis in Star Wars Plagueis, he was, I believe, in like college or something at the time, and he was already like in a high government position for how smart he is and how he's very intuitive. He knows like when to go through read people's minds in a way, like understand like what people can do before they can even do it. Sometimes it could be the same way for this wise woman.
Yeah, exactly.
And basically like this wise woman is basically trying to figure out a new homeworld for Lasat or whatever.
Yeah, Zeb's original homeworld.
Yeah, it's basically prophesized, quote unquote, prophesized that their people all this would happen to their people, and they would have to pilgrimage to a different place, kind of like the Judaism in a way. Now I think about it.
That's weird, but dude, the prophecy they lay down for them is so weird. Like about the boy, the fool, and the warrior.
Oh yeah, basically, throughout this episode, like that, these three characters are gonna help lead them to Lasat or whatever, and migrating, the people, and help migrate people back to that system. And the warrior, it turns out to be Agent Callus. The fool, I'm assuming, is Hondo, which actually is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And the child who was apparently supposed to...
It was supposed to be Ezra at first.
Yeah, well, people thought it was Ezra because he's the child, but it's Zeb himself who...
Yeah.
Who also has to save the warrior and also kill him. She contradicted herself a few times in this weird prophecy or whatever. And if the warrior is Agent Callus and he's supposed to save him, and
he's also supposed to save the fool somehow.
Yeah, and I don't really
know how...
And all the prophecies apparently were fulfilled or maybe have not been filled, but Zeb didn't do any of that shit. It was literally
they still found the homeworld.
It was literally like Agent Callus saving himself because he didn't want to go through a black hole, sort of thing. So I mean,
the prophecy is just so weird, and I feel like it's never going to be mentioned again.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like this episode isn't gonna be mentioned too much. Maybe a few times. Maybe like when he meets like one of his people.
Yeah, otherwise I feel like it was mostly filler.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was mostly just getting a little bit more backstory into Zeb's people, which is fine, but you should have done that in season 1 somehow.
Yeah, or early season 2.
This could have been easily put into season 1, to be honest. Agent Callus on the trail for the rebels. That's when Agent Callus is more relevant in season 1. Now it's mostly Inquisitors doing everything. Callus is just in the background, just like,
even though we haven't seen the Inquisitors in quite a few episodes.
Yeah, you're right. Ever since Ahsoka kicked their asses.
Yeah, I wonder if they're training. I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't. Probably punished.
But one thing I'm still wondering about after this episode ends, like, his weapon, the bow staff, turns into that ancient weapon.
His blaster turns into, now, an electro, ancient weapon that can control the ship.
Yeah, and, give it the ability to travel through black holes.
Safely, while other ships would be spaghettified, as is shown in the actual episode itself. And if you don't know what that means, when you basically dematerialize thanks to the intense gravity of a black hole.
Yeah, I have some pros and cons about the weapon. Pro, Zeb finally has a badass weapon, I guess. That's cool to fight the Inquisitors with. I just don't understand, is this going to come into Star Wars later? In a movie or something?
Yeah, very true.
The ability to travel through black holes.
Yeah, I know. He's kind of like the Moses.
Yeah.
In a weird... I keep bringing these builds... I just see a lot of similarities, but that's just human nature. You put certain characteristics subconsciously or consciously that very relate to real world.
True that, but is it going to, impact Rebels again?
I think...
Does this weapon have any other powers and abilities?
I honestly think... especially maybe with getting more background into Zeb, I feel like that also could lead to a bad thing. Maybe in the trailer, I thought there was a scene where it shows Zeb was in trouble. He could possibly die for all we know.
That would suck.
And maybe they're just trying to get a little bit background story because it's probably going to happen later this season. You know what? Now, as I talk this is just me first time thinking it. It's actually making more... Zeb could die. Now I'm thinking Zeb is probably is a possible candidate. He's probably going to die trying to get all of his people back or something. He holds the line. He does his duty, quote unquote.
And maybe have one last final badass fight.
It would how he get supreme redemption, fighting Agent Callus or something, killing him maybe in the process. So
dude, that could be a dark way to end the season.
Hey, it'd be a good. It'd be interesting.
Maul kills him or something?
Nah, Maul's gonna be very interesting. He could easily. I mean, I'm not saying. Probably kill him actually really easily.
Or if Ezra does it as a test type thing.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm still thinking he has to kill his Kanan for that.
Oh, Ezra. Oh, that's going to be an epic fight.
That would be very cool.
I predict that's not even going to happen until end of season 3, dude.
Right before episode 8 comes out, because people speculate if the new Benedict Del Toro is going to be the Ezra character.
Dude, that'd be insane.
Because he's supposed to be whoever Benedict Del Toro is supposed to be. They're not. There's no name for the villain that he's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be the main villain. Kylo Ren's giving training and shit like that, and you're gonna see backstory, and then you're gonna see Benedict Del Toro doing some shit in the background.
I wonder.
Could he be another Inquisitor type? Or a Knights of Ren person? I don't know.
Ezra, dude.
Ezra. I mean, it could be. He's very. I mean, he can very well make him look like in his late 50s, early 60s. That would fit the time period, I think. Because this is all. Ezra is only like a.
Yeah, he's like 16, 15, 16 maybe.
He'd be actually close to Luke Skywalker's age. So basically, maybe
Rey takes him out at the end. That'd be
very
sick.
True. That'd be very cool.
Shows Rey how badass Rey is.
Or Finn, maybe.
No, I think it's gonna be Finn versus Phasma in 8.
Oh yeah, true. There seems to be some. That was another thing they should have done in episode 7. Show more back history. Show Phasma like punishing Rey or Finn.
Show Phasma.
Yeah.
Like, when they show Phasma again later on in the movie, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, she's in this. So
yeah.
What's she been doing?
Like, that's just the bonus, okay. And then she doesn't do anything. You're just like, okay, didn't really do anything for me because I forgot about her, but still.
They botched Phasma, I feel like. But
no,
in episode 8, they have to redeem her.
Oh, they most definitely will. I think even the actress herself expressed that the next film is gonna be very much darker and there's gonna be more Phasma, quote unquote. She doesn't like in the recent season of Game of Thrones, her badass character was literally just standing and watching, like, waiting for a candle outside of a castle, like, to give her a signal and stuff like that. Seriously? And the actress has expressed, like, anger in a little bit. She's like, all my character did that whole scene was to sit and wait for a fucking candle. And then, while the candle does get lit, she just turns around, like, before, like, it gets lit, she turns around and walks away. So it was kind of, like, fucking stupid and pointless the whole time. But basically, the actress probably wouldn't sign up for the role. She didn't, show off her badassness because that's basically her main appeal. She's like she's like the Ronda Rousey, the Ronda Rousey of like cinema. I say probably right now.
Yeah, I wonder
because her character is badass in Game of Thrones. She can kick easily my ass easily.
That's hilarious.
She's like 6'4" or something or 3. So
I just want to see I predict Phasma's gonna be most featured in episode 8. Just a random prediction. It's gonna be her most prominent movie.
No, I was gonna say have Benedict Del Toro and Captain Phasma take the lead, like as they're mainly being the blunt instruments.
What about General Husk and all that?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he is alive.
Yeah.
And have General Husk in there, maybe leading. Like they'll probably show maybe a little bit of political tension with Benedict Del Toro's. People wonder if he's also going to be the strategist behind the First Order because in a book they hint that in the expanding universe that they're going to bring back Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, Thrawn from the Thrawn trilogy.
And he was the strategist for the Empire, and he was known, and like he kind of helps like bring all Grand Moffs in after the Emperor is killed, and basically lead like a coalition against the rebels. Dude, and do a good job.
I'd be down for that.
But yeah, the character's gonna be different, of course. But I mean, different name and all that, but probably a similar premise. And they're gonna show the political rifts, probably in the First Order.
I wonder what the First Order's main objective is gonna be now. Like, now that the Death Star's out of the picture, what's their next big project?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, according to the back history from what we've gotten from the new canon stuff, like literally the First Order, like what was left of the Imperial Army after the Battle of Jakku, went to the Outer Rims, and they were just building a super weapon the whole time. Because I'm assuming that it's the Outer Rim. There's not many resources or planets to conquer that would help you. Like, that they put all their chips into a Death Star, so what are they doing? Do they just have a lot of ships scouring around? I'd like to see a ship battle.
I just hope they don't go back to clones, like...
They did mention clones in Episode 7. I really hope they don't go to clones, though. No cloning of Darth Vader, Darth Sidious. Nope, we're done.
Or
they're
not
dead.
Even the clone army. I don't even let them do that again.
No, not even that. Yeah, I was gonna say that leads open to too many loopholes. I don't want to see clone Jedi. I don't want to see clone Sith. That's just stupid. If you bring back Vader or Palpatine, it ruins Episode 6. Episode 6 is automatically devalued because all the sacrifices at the end meant nothing.
And that'd be quite unfortunate. I just hope it's like a brand new objective. I don't know what it would be though. That's what's so fascinating about
exactly. Because the resistance is not even like the full, I wouldn't say might of the Republic. It was like a small detachment, like a small army sent out to investigate what the First Order is doing, because Leia Organa's like,
apparently the Republic took a big hit, though.
Oh yeah, if that was truly them and getting destroyed, and that was Coruscant, then yeah, they totally got fucked. But there's so many. Even if that was Coruscant, there's still so many other worlds out there. There are so many worlds similar to Coruscant. Nar Shaddaa, it's basically like Coruscant, but full of shitheads. Instead of just political government, it's like where all the thieves go and stuff like that, and smugglers and bounty hunters.
Oh, was that where 1313 was going to be?
No, it was actually going to be Coruscant Underworlds, which is very similar to, that's also a horrible... I mean, Coruscant's now fine and dandy. There's like 1 trillion people as a population. Crime's probably everywhere.
True, that's like China if it keeps going.
Oh my god. Keep the one-child policy. We need to save...
Coruscant needs a child policy.
Like, we literally need to save room just so we can keep our animals alive. Coruscant has no animals. They probably killed off all of them.
All the resources are gone.
I was gonna say, we just killed the West African rhino.
Oh, no.
That went extinct recently.
Poor rhino. A moment of silence for the rhino.
Da da. Oh wait, but we're going super off topic here, my god. Basically... After seeing everything that we saw from this... See, this is how much Legends of the Lasat, Episode 12, didn't really mean that much to us. It literally felt like a filler, so we shouldn't really pay that much attention to it, so we just go off topic. But, honestly, I'd probably give this episode... I'd probably say mids. Just because it didn't really advance the plot, but it was still decent enough where there were still good tidbits there. Like we said, Zeb's backstory, that was probably the best part. And maybe Hondo. And that's because I like Hondo.
Oh yeah, true.
He's just so happy all the time, no matter the situation. You gotta respect that.
I was also gonna go mids, just because there are a couple pros in this episode. I like Zeb's backstory. I want to learn more about his ancient weapons, but there's a lot I didn't like. I didn't like the ancient people and all that jazz.
The little wise woman just seemed like she was just on peyote the whole time.
One positive about the episode was the scene when Zeb was taking over the control panel, and they had that soundtrack, the old style
there's
music.
Victorian style.
And I thought that was new for the Star Wars universe.
Playing. Yeah, that was very cool. They need to add more of that. They had all the other orchestras.
And I felt like that's a big problem with Episode 7. They didn't take musical risks like that, which they should have.
All the new soundtrack in Episode 7,
it's good.
It's good, but it's super similar to, it's like, they almost have like an attached, like they copied and paste like certain sections, and then added like whole new ones in between to make it sound different. But yeah, you're right. They should probably differentiate. Just to go.
If Rebels can do it, why can't they? Rebels does it quite well.
Yeah.
Rebels has a great soundtrack so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say
both seasons.
I have no dislike for it at all. I hate Clone Wars a decent amount.
And like I was saying, it was great to get Zeb backstory, but like we were saying, mostly filler. We see his one homeworld. We
don't even see his homeworld. We just see the planet on the in the outside. That doesn't show you shit.
The main reason it gets mid is because I felt like it was just so lazy. The prophecy was lazy.
Yeah, and
the black hole thing, I felt it was kind of lazy.
No, this went right over my head when we first watched it. Then when I was going back to remember certain information, I didn't know. Zeb, after they find the homeworld, he went down and visited that homeworld and came back. I didn't understand that at first. He was just like,
Chopper it seems like tried to throw away all his items.
Oh yeah, Chopper. Oh my god, Chopper's a sick bastard. Zeb leaves for like literally a couple of hours, and Chopper is getting ready to throw all of his shit out like the airlock or whatever. Assume he's dead or something. God, I hate Chopper so much.
Chopper
He's a bitch.
Ruins the show.
He's an asshole.
Like, there's also a scene in this episode where Chopper hits Ezra's head, and he's like, "Is that necessary?"
Yeah,
that's how I feel about every single scene involving Chopper.
Yeah,
Is this necessary?
No, I was gonna say, didn't he attack him recently in the previous episode?
Yeah, he just hit him for no reason.
Chopper literally has a hate crime. I think he's literally racist. I'm not kidding you. Why Ezra, of all people, he attacks the most?
What if Chopper senses the darkness in Ezra?
Oh my god! And he thinks he can like beat it out of him like an old
or what
parent?
if he's trying to provoke him more.
Oh yeah, no. Come with Chopper's the true Sith Lord.
No, what if like Chopper does turn out to be like Darth Maul's droid or something?
Oh my god, like he is like a very he was like a mechanic sort of. If you read the books a little bit, I just seen a lot of YouTube videos.
That's interesting.
So I mean, like he made his own droids. I think the ones that he uses in Episode 1, the probe ones to find Anakin.
Nice. So maybe he created Chopper.
And he created his own
lightsaber. #theory.
#confirms.
But yeah, so mids all around. Hopefully next week we finally get into what we've been seeing from that mid-season trailer.
Oh yeah, seeing more of basically the Force side of the second half of the season.
Get into the Grey Jedi, get into all the badass stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's Ahsoka? Stuff. Like, literally, did they just
where's
like
Darth
be like
Vader?
Like after she pretty much saved their asses, is she like, okay, bye, I'm gonna go do my thing?
Where is she? We want answers.
Next time they show her, she has to bring up the Grey Jedi. So they'll be like, where were you? And I hope she's like, I was here. Let's go over here. I got to show you something.
I found the Sith temple. Let's go meditate there.
God, yeah. There's a huge radiant of dark side energy coming from this temple. This seems to be a Sith temple. Let's go meditate there and check it out. That has never gone bad ever in Star Wars lore. My God. You fool, Kanan.
Kanan, your inexperience will cost you.
I was gonna say, did Dabba Balaba show you a Sith hologram at that age? No. So why would you think you dumbass.
He's going to the dark side.
God.
Or what if they want us to think he's going to the dark side and then Kanan actually does or something?
Nah, he's true Jedi.
Kanan's my man.
No, through most of the horrible shit he has seen since Order 66, he still maintains Jedi.
Nothing will make him turn.
I have high hopes though for the next episode because I think they're probably gonna stop. They probably want to get through the filler out of the way as fast as they can, so they can have this long arc without any filler in between.
No, now we're going into a Hera filler episode.
Oh, I mean it could be. I mean this could not. I mean we didn't see previews or anything, so. This could be a long line.
Unforeseen.
Yeah, this could be one episode, a long line of fillers coming up, but
that'd be unfortunate because we're halfway through.
Well, maybe we probably will not because the first episode, the second half, it shows Leia Organa and getting that new space route and stuff like that. So
that was a nice episode.
Yeah, I think
last week's was great too.
They'll probably go back to that momentum and stuff like that.
Exactly. So I'm pumped for next week.
Well, thank you again, guys, for chilling out with us as we discussed our point of view on the Star Wars Rebels episode. And just want to say have a good night, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
Oh, my leg.